It's time to get real with Eddie, here to help you understand the changing real estate market and meet your real estate goals. Over 19 years in the business. 2018 Realtor of the Year of Three Rivers. Past president of the Three Rivers Association of Realtors. Director at the Illinois Association of Realtors and team lead of the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner. Here's Eddie Ruettiger.
Welcome to Get Real with Eddie, and I'd like to wish my son a very, very happy birthday.
Yes.
Oh, happy birthday.
I know. So it was a good morning, and we got big plans for this afternoon. So always a fun time. I need to do this, copy this.
He's a great age.
Oh my God, it's so much fun.
It is a fun age. What is 7, 8?
Seven.
Such
So-
a good age.
And all right, so we decorated the hallway last night, right outside his door.
Aw.
So there's streamers from the ceiling, and there's a balloon right on the wall. And we turned around, and you could tell my wife was excited because I get waken up by the arm shaking. I think he's awake. I think he's awake.
She probably barely slept.
She was, I think, more excited to see his reaction. He comes stumbling out of his room half awake, and he's like, "Oh, it's my birthday!"
Oh,
that's cute.
So it was very
Sweetheart.
good. It was very, very cute. So, all right. So let's talk some real estate. I just sent you guys the links to jump in on the show. So check your emails, and we'll get you in on that Zoom. And I'm going to share some information here. Landlord conference. Is it Landlord Con? Because I think Landlord Con would be an awesome name.
That does have a nice ring to it.
Seriously.
But I will say that we have called it the Housing Provider Resource Workshop for a few different reasons. First and foremost, this was formerly known as the Joliet Landlord Conference, and due to the partnerships that we're working with the Will County Land Use Department's Community Development Division and the City of Joliet, the speakers that they brought to the table, we realized that this information is great for all housing providers in the area, and we wanted to make sure that we expanded these offerings beyond just Joliet to the entire Three Rivers service area, which includes Will and Grundy County and surrounding areas as well, because this really does include information that so many people can make great use of, and that will be happening this Thursday, October 12th. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. Program starts at 6 and goes until 9. And then on Friday morning, October 13th, doors open at 8:30 a.m. Program starts at 9 and goes until noon. We do these two different identical programs on the evening and in the morning to accommodate housing providers in their crazy schedules. So if you're interested in attending this, and this is great for everyone who is already an investor, considering becoming an investor, involved in any way in the rental market, it's a free program, and you can go to the City of Joliet's website. They have a banner right on the top left-hand side. You can scroll through the different offerings, find the Landlord Conference, and you can register. The Three Rivers website is trarealtors.net, and there's also a landing page where you can find out more about the programming and register there as well.
I love the fact, the first thing out of the gate is we're referring to them as housing providers.
Yes.
Because that seems to be something that has been lost in the market lately.
Marketing?
No, that the landlord is some evil, twisted monopoly guy making billions of dollars, and most of these individuals aren't.
Precious few. Housing providers are an essential component to our communities. Not everyone is able to or even wants to own a single family home. Not everyone can or wants to own their home for a multitude of reasons. People rent, and housing providers are an essential part of being sure that people are able to access rental housing.
And
so it really is it's a rebrand, if you will.
And the first step to affordable housing, I think a lot of people forget. And when I mean affordable, I mean workforce housing. I mean housing that a normal income.
Essential housing.
Essential housing, exactly. That an average salary in our market can pay for. A lot of that is a rental. rentals fill a space and fill a need before. It's become such a dirty word, I swear. And it's not right. You have landlords that take pride in the fact that they are providing housing. You have landlords that take pride in the fact of what their product they put out is clean, it's livable, that they maintain their properties.
Well, it's an investment property, so I do believe that it stands to reason. And, you hear a lot about the bad apples, and certainly in any industry, any sector, you're going to have bad actors. But by and large, these are investment properties, and you don't get a return on your investment if you do not take care of your property and if you do not give an incentive to your tenants to remain tenants. One thing that I've learned throughout my time with the realtors is that housing providers look at evictions as a last case scenario. So building a positive relationship with their tenants it's a net positive. You want to have housing stability because it's better for your investment.
Oh, yeah.
So
Absolutely.
we have some programs that are going to be going on. What are some of the programs that are been going on while there?
So we have 4 different either panels or presentations. The first panel will be a fair housing training led by Hope Fair Housing Center's Executive Director Michael Chavaria and the Executive Director of the South Suburban Housing Center, John Petruzak. And they will be presenting key updates on fair housing policy, changes to state statute, and they're 2 of our region's most knowledgeable fair housing experts, so they're going to deliver excellent programming. We can't wait to hear from them. Panel 2 will be our intro to housing service providers. We have Chris White, the Executive Director of the Will County Center for Community Concerns, Nicole Warner, who is the Director of Behavioral Health with Cornerstone Services, Carrie Ann Baranda, who is the Program Director for Trinity Services, and Natasha Magruder, who is the COO for the Housing Authority of Joliet. And they'll be discussing various housing program options from our local service agencies. Next up, we have panel 3, and that'll be landlord resources, discussing various resources and services to assist housing providers and tenants in improving housing stability in the region. We'll have Aaron Bertocci from the Will County Community Development Division talking about rental assistance. Jackie Lozada, also from the Will County Community Development Division. She's a program manager and will be talking about eviction mediation. Brianna Moore, she's from the Will County Resource Recovery and Energy Division, will be talking about CPACE programming. And Tawana Reed, also from the Will County Community Development Division, talking about affordable housing development. So that will be a very high impact program. And then one of our key sponsors, Future Vision founder and owner Matt Kovarik, will be discussing the ins and outs, specialty instruction for every stage of housing providers' careers. He's a recognized leader in property management and housing provision here in the area. And this is ideal not only for already existing housing providers, but for those who are interested in becoming investors. So it's a from soup to nuts kind of presentation, finding out all the ins and outs of how to be a great housing provider.
Yeah, I've known Matt for some years. We worked together addressing the rental inspections that the city was expanding in and just other stuff. I've showed him some listings in the past, and he knows his stuff. He really knows his stuff. I think he's got a couple dozen rental properties in the area, not just in Joliet, but throughout the area. And I mean, he's really pro community, pro ownership, pro investment, and this is, I think, outstanding that it's a good stepping stone, because there's so many people that either got pushed into being investors when they didn't want to be, even still from the Great Recession. We talk about it all the time. There's still some holdouts of people that are stuck being landlords that didn't want to be a landlord. And now, yeah, they could sell it, but the problem is they got a tenant that moved in, the tenant's paying their bill. they don't want to sell the house and undermine the tenant. So they're still being a landlord, even though it's not what their goal was. And then there's other individuals that wanted to be a landlord, that took the time, that did the investment, and they're always just looking for information, looking for resources to try to find, some avenues to help them through this process.
And that's exactly the intention of this program, is to really bring together everyone in, the residential rental space to share the resources. And so, of course, we have these programs, but we also have sponsors that serve the residential rental space from, local governments. Will County government will be there, City of Joliet. We have businesses from, we have eviction attorneys that'll be present. We have utility companies that'll be there to outline different programs that they have to make it more affordable. We have, money lenders. We have flooring experts. We have building trades contractors or building trades unions that will talk about, their contractors that are available to do work on properties and different programs that they have available to offset costs. We have inspectors. We have, an array of different service providers to help housing providers realize the resources that are available to them, help them to network and get to know what's available to them out there.
That's awesome. I think this is a great program. Are you going to make it on, Nancy?
I am heading out there on Friday.
I'm going to be there Thursday for sure.
Excellent.
Friday, because we've got the Candy Day for Lions going on this weekend, and I'm chair for Candy Day. So my Friday, Saturday is like crazy.
My whole life is
This
crazy.
whole month is insane.
This whole month is insane. But I will be there Friday morning.
And it doesn't stop until I get back from NAR.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's like this month and November. It's like, November I'm gone for 14 days or something?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we do the show on the 7th, and I'm out on the 8th and gone. And then I think I come back to do the following one. But, it's completely insane on how busy the next 2 months are.
Oh, absolutely.
Life is busy.
Seriously.
It's all a blur. It's really a blur.
Seriously, it's like nonstop. All right, let's pull some numbers.
Ooh, numbers.
Since we are looking.
Love numbers.
All right, did that pop up on your screen?
Joliet.
Yeah. All right, wonderful. I figured we'd look at Joliet's sales numbers since the the landlord conference is in Joliet. I'm still calling it Landlord Con.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. The Star Wars geek in me wants Landlord Con versus anything else. Because it sounds way cooler.
It does sound pretty cool. It's catchy for sure.
So, what's the actual title of it?
The Housing Providers Resource Workshop.
House Con.
Housing Con. No, that sounds like
House
it's more
Con.
House Con.
House Con.
House
HoPro. HoPro Con.
Nice. All right, so City of Joliet looking pretty good. New listings are down 27%. Closed sales are down 23.9%. Inventory's down 45.5%. Why is it looking good? Because guess what? Median sales price is up 7.9% to $248,750. The average sales price is $261,826. That is up 4.4%. The percentage of original list price received is 101.7. That is a jump from last September, which was 3.4%. Lower at 98.4%. Average market time is 40 days in Joliet. That is up 5.3%. And there's 100 houses available. Last year at this time, 207.
Yeah.
Wow. Inventory is low.
We need more inventory.
We need more inventory. And, that brings back the case for looking at some ways that we can work with not just the City of Joliet, but other municipalities to address some zoning issues. If they have houses that are perhaps improperly zoned or rezoned to single family when they could very easily be zoned multifamily.
Yeah.
And developed into multifamily housing, I think that is one way that we can loosen up some hidden inventory and promote investment. That's
Well,
on our hit list.
even this housing provider conference, let's be honest, not everybody going to this is looking to be a landlord. You are going to have some individuals that are going to be going to this that are looking to be your investor that's going to flip the house. We need that investor.
Because
I've got property that I've got clients that would love to buy. The problem is the condition of the property is not obtainable for a mortgage. It needs to be a cash buyer. It needs to be remodeled and refashioned, and then it can be put back on the market and delivered to the public.
everyone has their purpose in this ecosystem.
Yes.
And,
That's exactly what it is, too.
Yeah.
It's an ecosystem.
it really is. It really
And
is.
everybody plays a part in it.
Mhm.
Yep, definitely.
So looking at the attached side, median sales price of condos, duplexes, townhouses, up 6.1% to $252,500. The average sales price is $226,750. That is down 0.9%. Average market time is 13 days, and inventory of attached units in Joliet was 28. So for no change, by the way, on that. And for the whole city of Joliet, that gives you.
Percentage of original list also on that, 102.3, by the way.
Oh yes, thank you. So that's up 1.6.
Yeah.
So out of everything, there's only 128 houses, both attached or detached.
In all of Joliet.
All
Goodness.
of Joliet.
Yeah. That's not even a pot lot.
Yeah.
That's sad.
That was finishing off the month of August. I mean, that's just. And August felt so slow to me.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and I think.
Well, here's why. It's slow because
yeah,
there's
there's nothing to sell.
nothing out there.
And people aren't selling because what are they going to buy where they're not going to be absolutely crushed by the interest rates?
Yeah. Well, we've talked about it on the show. It's not about the rate, it's about the payment. Look at your payment. And if you're rolling your equity out of one house into another, and your monthly payment is lower, and you're getting the dream house, look at it you got to look at it as cash flow.
That's an excellent point.
Yeah.
It's all about, bottom line is all about payment.
It's cash flow.
You're right.
Yeah, and payment and cash flow.
Because
Right.
your taxes, your HOA, your interest, all those things are going to change. But if you've got the magic bottom
That's-
line payment,
That's good education, too,
Yeah.
because I think a lot of people are afraid to make a move because of the interest rates when they're not thinking that if they make the right move, their payments might be overall lower. So that is a good message to get out there to the people.
definitely.
80% of the market right now has 25% or more equity in their house. 80%.
Okay, explain to me why that.
Because right now you've got about 50% of the market there where the house is completely paid off.
Okay.
They own nothing.
Okay.
The next group has from about 50 to about 75%. They have about 25% of equity in their house.
Okay.
These are the own buyers that probably bought 2021 or earlier. Okay? Then you have the group that has bought in the last year. All right, about 5% has probably around 5 to 10% in equity. And then those that have bought in recently still have some equity. It's probably less than 5%, but it is more than a negative. It's only about 2% of the market that has a negative equity share right now.
Okay.
All right, so it's like less than 2%. So when you look at the market and the numbers, there is no housing crash or any kind of
Interesting.
stability issues.
So where is all this fear mongering coming from?
You know what? That is a great question, and I'm going to tell you what. We're going to hit a break, and we'll talk about that when we
Okay.
get back from the
we'll
break.
give you the answer.
Yeah. So
Looking forward to it.
let's keep it here with Get Real with Eddie, and we're going to talk about the fear mongering when we get back.
No tricks needed, just treats. Come celebrate Halloween season at the Baird Warner Plainfield 3rd Annual Trunk or Treat event on Saturday, October 21st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you would like to promote your business, decorate a trunk, donate candy or prizes, or just simply share a monetary donation to help with the event, call 815-556-3333 or visit them at 11914 Route 59, Suite 100 in Plainfield, Illinois. We can't wait to see all the costumes and candy pails. They'll There'll be games, activities, and prizes for best costumes. So save the date and come join the fun at Baird Warner in Plainfield on Saturday, October 21st, 2023 from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Additional information can be found on the Facebook page 3rd Annual Trunk or Treat Event, Baird Warner, Plainfield. Or you can call 815-556-3333 or visit them at 11914 Route 59 Suite 100 in Plainfield, Illinois. See you October 21st.
Eddie Ruettiger, a licensed and experienced realtor with 22 years of success in the industry, is the team lead of the Ruettiger Group, associated with Baird and Warner. Eddie has assisted innumerable residents of the area in making informed decisions regarding real estate matters. What sets Eddie and his team apart is their personalized approach that prioritizes your needs. They empower you with the right tools, information, and guidance to make the best decisions for you and your family. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in a property, Eddie provides you with the insights and resources to make a sound decision. At the Ruettiger Group, you are always in charge, and your needs are paramount. Eddie's team believes in educating their clients and helping them navigate the complex real estate landscape with ease. So, if you're in need of a reliable, experienced, and trustworthy real estate partner, look no further than Eddie Ruettiger and the Ruettiger Group at Baird and Warner. Find out more by calling Eddie at 815-823-5478. That's 815-823-LIST or visit yourdwellings.com.
It's Eddie Ruettiger from the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner and Get Real with Eddie. I want to bring to your attention the Herbert Trackman Planetarium at Joliet Junior College. My son loves this. They offer free shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. It's perfect for stargazers. The show provides excellent astronomical instruction and entertainment for no charge. That's right, it is free on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. The planetarium features a 30-foot diameter dome, a new OmniStar digital planetarium projector. During the shows, you can enjoy sky tours using the projector and PowerPoint presentations covering a wide range of astronomical topics. For more information, please visit jjc.edu/planetarium. And for you educators out there, they are open for field trip bookings. So go to jjc.edu/planetarium.
Consider joining the Ruettiger Group at Baird & Warner as a realtor. We offer a supportive and collaborative environment for our members and are currently expanding our team. Our focus is on training and education to ensure that our members are equipped with the knowledge and skills necessary to serve their clients successfully. At the Ruettiger Group, we're committed to helping our members develop both professionally and personally. Our ultimate goal is to support our members in achieving their goals and making a positive impact in the real estate industry and in the lives of their clients. Our founder, Eddie, believes in teaching members how to serve their clients, family, and community rather than just generating a commission for the brokerage. He emphasizes the importance of being capable of going out on your own and receiving an amazing return on your value. To learn more about becoming a part of our team, please contact Eddie at the Ruettiger Group at Baird & Warner. Call Eddie at 815-823-5478. Again, 815-823-5478.
Your local Lions Club needs your help. For over 49 years, Lions Clubs help raise funding for the programs and services that the Lions of Illinois Foundation provides to communities throughout Illinois. On October 13th, Lions Candy Day. Your local Lions Club members and volunteers will be visible on the streets of your community. Stop by and say hi to your local Lions Club members. Any donations made, whether big or small, is greatly appreciated. As a thank you, you'll receive a roll of Lions Mint Candy. All donations are used to help the visually and hearing impaired.
You made a smart move to get real with Eddie, helping you make your next smart move into your next home.
Well, talking real estate. And our Government Affairs Director, Nora, is here in the studio with us. And you bring up a great point. Where does all this fear-mongering and the market collapse and all this come from? And I'm going to just let Nancy, I'm going to sit back and let Nancy hit that out of the park.
Let her rip, Nancy.
It's super simple. Clickbait.
Clickbait.
There is absolutely no credible reason that we would have a market collapse. It's supply and demand. We have tons of equity. There's all these people that got some help during the pandemic. It's 99% paid back. People are all caught up. There's no reason to have a problem. There's no reason. So,
And I would add, is there a possibility? Yes.
there's always a possibility.
We've talked the scenario. The scenario is that we go into a recession, which some people think we are going to, some people think we're not, for next year, with these interest rates going up and all this other stuff, and you're looking at different things. Okay, fine. We go into recession. Recessions do not hurt real estate. Historically, the last 4 out of 6 recessions, not counting 2021 as a recession, or 2022 as a recession, because, we had 2 quarters of GDP, but it wasn't a recession, but some people feel whatever. The 6 before that, property values went up 4 out of 6 times. 91, it went down like 1.9% nationally, and we all know what happened in 08. So, if we get a recession, if we get major job loss, if people have to then they have to sell their house because they've lost their job because they can't make their payment, then yes, it's possible. But that's a lot of ifs and a lot of time when the jobs report came out and showed more job growth.
Right.
I mean,
Unemployment is at an all-time low.
Right.
It is. And that's the thing. As long
It's
as...
still growing.
Right, and people say nobody wants to work. Well, that's...
And
when it's desperate to work.
And then they add in the fact, well, people have to work 3 or 4 jobs. Well, unfortunately, the jobs report shows you differently, because the job report shows, the last I saw, the average work hour was 34 hours a week. So, they're not working multiple jobs.
What kind of job is that?
Well,
Yeah.
there are. But
I mean, no, there are people that are choosing to work multiple hours and multiple jobs because they want to get ahead or they need to. I understand that.
there's plenty of people out there that are working
That struggle.
2 jobs.
Yes, but the stats do not justify that it's everybody.
It's not dire. It's not as
Yes.
dire. Again, the fear-mongering. So, clickbait.
Right.
Who is benefiting from the clickbait?
The websites.
The websites, whoever's making the money.
Who's chumming the waters?
If it leads, if it bleeds, it leads. You get it. You get the click. The click gets you turned around and shows, oh look, we got these many impressions. Now I can sell my ad space on my website. So dire headlines drawing those clicks.
People respond to fear.
Yeah.
That's fear is
Yeah.
the great driver. It really is, and that's unfortunate because, especially given the stats you just laid out, things are kind of looking up here.
Yeah,
but we
things are
do
not-
need more housing inventory. That
Yes.
is that to me
That
is
is key.
the biggest issue right now.
Well,
is that we have a shortage of housing.
And don't get me wrong, with the price of the housing, with the price of the interest rates, it is expensive to buy a house nowadays. I'm not going to lie.
Well, it's almost impossible because
Yeah.
we don't have that
Affordability.
workforce housing. We don't have that essential housing. And we don't have the housing diversity that is required for the different types of people looking for different types of housing.
But this is the reason you buy housing. And like I said, 91 was the last recession. I'm looking at the stat right now. Percentage and change in home price since quarter 1 of 1991 to quarter 2 of 2023. Nationally, we are up 297.7%. So your house is almost worth almost 300% more if you bought it in 1991
Yeah.
than it is today.
Boy,
Well,
I
it's
wish I had bought a house when I was
Exactly.
14 years old.
Little did we know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but that's the thing. You buy the house, that's a 300% gain. I mean, 297.7, sorry. All right. In the East North Central Corridor, which Illinois is part of. So this is Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio. Our percentage of increase is 222.1%. Because let's be honest, we all know the Midwest is always kind of,
Laggy.
we lag behind.
Laggy.
We don't take the big dips as much either.
Right.
So,
We're
the
in the middle.
stability of the Midwest.
yes.
Exactly.
Midwest, nice.
So we where California, they see more increases, but they also see bigger dips, and quite more often. They were doing short sales in California decades before the Midwest even knew what a short sale was.
So more extremes.
Yes, yeah. So you look at that Pacific Coast, they're up 342.5%. So
Right.
mountain area is up 465.2. That is an area that has
People are fleeing to the Rockies.
Montana and Idaho.
Idaho, yeah. I guess
Idaho's huge.
Boise is supposed to be a boom town these days.
It is a complete boom town. You are seeing huge returns.
Here's my question. Why are people... okay, I understand housing affordability. There's different types of economic opportunities, but there's no water out west. Why are people running away from the water?
Well, in those areas, I think they have water supply.
Yeah, I mean, if if there's mountain snows,
California's got its own water issues.
Yes.
Everywhere out west
of the Continental Divide,
it's
they've
pretty
got
dry
issues.
out there, and even in the Rockies. I mean, if they have snowpack,
I'm going to remind you, we are in the middle of getting our water from Lake Michigan, too, because our reservoirs are drying up.
but we have
Water
Lake Michigan.
accident. Yes.
Right. I
Yeah.
mean, okay,
Well-
so we've drained the aquifers, but we have Lake Michigan.
Yes.
But exactly, and there's a drought in that feeds the Mississippi. And look at New Orleans now. They're looking at saltwater backing up into
Yep.
their systems.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And the notion that Illinois is losing residents. Sure, there's out migration, but there's also in migration.
There
I
is.
actually
Yes.
just read in Capital Facts that while we did lose residents, we gained residents that are in a higher income bracket. They're higher earners.
Yes.
So the notion that, and also they discovered that the 2020 census was incorrect to the tune of, they said that we lost population. We actually gained what should have been a whole congressional seat, 275,000 people. We actually gained in. So that was a master flub.
So how
Yes.
do they correct that?
I don't know.
They have to, because there's
do.
laws for regulations
Absolutely.
of representation.
I saw that Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy was sort of taking on that standard. I'm not sure what the status is, and I should look into it and report back to you. But yeah, we should actually have another congressional seat. We should not have lost one. So but again, and I'm always ready to defend Illinois. I know that we have our problems, but ultimately, we have an economic engine. We have room to develop housing, which is what we should be focusing on. We have economic opportunities here, and now they're growing downstate. One of the biggest concerns has been, when manufacturing up and left, it left communities devastated.
Yes.
But that manufacturing is starting to come back. And we are going to see an uptick, I think, in the economic prospects for our downstate citizens. So, I think Illinois is on the upswing. Actually, I shouldn't be saying this. I should be keeping my mouth shut because it should be the Midwest best kept secret. So if people want to think everyone's fleeing Illinois, stay
You
away
go
from
right
my
ahead
water.
and keep thinking it.
That's right.
No, I think we should be screaming it from the rooftops, personally.
It's a great state.
It really is. Minus the cold, because I can tell you, honestly, getting up and having the freezing temperatures this morning, or near freezing, was
You mean
not.
seasonal? Seasonal temperatures? I'm sorry. We've had mild winters.
We have.
Last summer was pretty mild. I mean, I don't know. Everything's coming up Illinois, if you ask me.
I don't know, 33 degrees when I walked the kid to school this morning.
Seasonal. That's seasonal.
I know.
I hear you, though. It was a little burr.
Oh.
It was. And I'm resisting turning on the furnace, so...
You don't have your furnace on?
No, I turned it on for,
You're tough.
a minute the other day. Well, I have a nice 80-year-old home, brick home that is well insulated, and back in the day when things were, really built to last. So I love my little bungalow.
Yeah, our house is insulated pretty well. I was nice and toasty and warm until I stepped outside. And granted, it's 2 blocks to his school. It's a 5-minute walk, but even my son was going,
Uphill both ways.
This is cold.
In the driving snow.
Yeah. He was cold this morning. He's like, he didn't want to go on the playground because normally he'll hit the playground with the kids before school. Nope.
He's going in.
He was like, he was waiting by the door for it to open. Waiting. He's like, Dad, it is cold.
I'm a weather wimp, so...
I am too.
Yeah, I'm not even going to comment. You know how I feel.
Now, here's an interesting fact. While the weather in Illinois might not be for everybody's take. It is not the reason why grandparents move out. Matter of fact, grandparents moving to be closer to their grandkids, according to some new information and that we have. So recent data from the National Association of Realtors shows people between the ages of 55 and 74 are moving farther, more than 100 miles. And the reason why they're moving is interesting. So you're seeing 55 to 64, 58% are moving more than 100 miles. 65 to 74, 56% are moving more than 100 miles. And 75 and older are moving. 40% of them are moving more than 100 miles. All right? The reason they're moving, top 5 reasons. Wanted to be moved closer to friends and family, 21%. Number 1 reason.
Yes.
I can
As a
buy it.
grandparent,
I can buy that.
I can tell you it's important.
I-
Babies rule. Babies rule.
I joke with my son walking to school, let's move to Florida. And he's like, no. And I'm like, we'll take grandma and grandpa with us.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, we have to have a plan. This kid has to have a plan for everything.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, yeah, he's a planner, let me tell you. You should sit down and ask him one day about his plan. He's got a plan to go to Mars.
Well, I am happy to invest in his venture.
Yeah, I mean,
He's-
just saying.
if he's this young and has
Yeah.
Has
plans laid out, then
Yeah.
he sounds like someone I could bet on.
Uh-huh, I'm telling
He
you.
used to make friends with
He-
Elon.
No, he's going to beat Elon Musk to Mars, he said.
Oh, okay.
He's going to beat him to Mars. So,
All right.
anyways. So, rounding out the other top 5, moving due to retirement is 11%. Neighborhood became less desirable, 11%. Home is too small is 10%. Change in family situation, marriage, divorce, 9%.
I love the home is too small.
I know. I thought there was a lot of right sizing going on,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
That's the
apparently.
funny thing, is they're in retirement, they're over. You would think that the home was too big.
Although
maybe
the
maybe
age
family
bracket-
maybe they want family to move in with them.
Well, you're
Although the age bracket, when we moved into this house, I was 50. My husband was over 50.
Really?
He was 55, and we moved to a bigger house. So it happens because we have
Sure.
bigger parties.
Okay.
We have a bigger
Entertaining,
family.
right? All right.
You know,
Visitors.
visitors,
Right.
overnight guests. That
See,
kind of stuff.
I would like to move into a studio, and I'll meet you at the restaurant.
That's about where
you
I'm
want
at
the
right
studio
now
like
after
downtown so you
taking
can
care
walk
of
to the restaurant.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Or by a train station.
By a train station.
Keep
I
those
could do
costs
that.
down, you
yeah,
know?
I could do that. I really could.
I can live very simply and be happy.
Yeah. Never underestimate the power of grandchildren, especially when it comes to lifestyle and financial decisions. Recent data shows that many baby boomers are relocating further away from home than they used to so they can be closer to grandbabies.
Yeah, I
According
get it.
to Go Bank rates.
I don't know why.
Explains.
I don't know why they would do such a thing.
I swear mine spends more time with grandma and grandpa than he does with his own parents. I swear to God. But
That's every kid's dream.
I mean,
Yeah.
well, yeah, because he's got his own room at grandma and grandpa's. I need to have a room at my grandparents. Don't get me wrong. I spent a lot of time at my grandfather's.
Yeah, but there's just, I don't know. I've come to realize that the only reason you have kids is so that you can have grandkids. I mean, my parents were, you know, I wouldn't say super strict, but pretty strict. But with mine and my sister's kids, it is absolute. Game on. It is
That's right. You don't have
fast
to
track to
worry.
Wilford Brimley. I mean, they are
Yeah.
not
I don't get that
concerned about the
reference.
sugar intake, diabetes.
Ah, okay.
You
You
know.
let the disciplining,
Oh.
the worrying, and
Forget it.
The time constraints. You let that all
It
be
is
mom and dad's
slack.
issue.
I mean, there's a lot of payback involved too.
Yes,
There is definitely
there's a lot of
payback.
payback.
I
There is a
apologize
lot.
for being 16 enough. I think it's time to release me from my bonds.
All right, let's hit a quick break, and we're going to talk about are you worried about climate issues as a new buyer? Keep it here with Get Real with Eddie.
No tricks needed, just treats. Come celebrate Halloween season at the Baird Warner Plainfield 3rd Annual Trunk or Treat event on Saturday, October 21st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you would like to promote your business, decorate a trunk, donate candy or prizes, or just simply share a monetary donation to help with the event, call 815-556-3333 or visit them at 11914 Route 59, Suite 100 in Plainfield, Illinois. We can't wait to see all the costumes and candy pails. There'll be games, activities, and prizes for best costumes. So save the date and come join the fun at Baird Warner in Plainfield on Saturday, October 21st, 2023 from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Additional information can be found on the Facebook page 3rd Annual Trunk or Treat event, Baird Warner, Plainfield. Or you can call 815-556-3333 or visit them at 11914 Route 59, Suite 100 in Plainfield, Illinois. See you October 21st.
Eddie Ruettiger, a licensed and experienced realtor with 22 years of success in the industry, is the team lead of the Ruettiger Group, associated with Baird Warner. Eddie has assisted innumerable residents of the area in making informed decisions regarding real estate matters. What sets Eddie and his team apart is their personalized approach that prioritizes your needs. They empower you with the right tools, information, and guidance to make the best decisions for you and your family. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in a property, Eddie provides you with the insights and resources to make a sound decision. At the Ruettiger Group, you are always in charge, and your needs are paramount. Eddie's team believes in educating their clients and helping them navigate the complex real estate landscape with ease. So, if you're in need of a reliable, experienced, and trustworthy real estate partner, look no further than Eddie Ruettiger and the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner. Find out more by calling Eddie at 815-823-5478. That's 815-823-LIST or visit yourdwellings.com.
It's Eddie Ruettiger from the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner and Get Real with Eddie. I want to bring to your attention the Herbert Trackman Planetarium at Joliet Junior College. My son loves this. They offer free shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. It's perfect for stargazers. The show provides excellent astronomical instruction and entertainment for no charge. That's right, it is free on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. The planetarium features a 30-foot diameter dome, a new OmniStar digital planetarium projector. During the shows, you can enjoy sky tours using the projector and PowerPoint presentations covering a wide range of astronomical topics. For more information, please visit jjc.edu/planetarium. And for you educators out there, they are open for field trip bookings. So go to jjc.edu/planetarium.
Consider joining the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner as a realtor. We offer a supportive and collaborative environment for our members and are currently expanding our team. Our focus is on training and education to ensure that our members are equipped with the knowledge and skills necessary to serve their clients successfully. At the Ruettiger Group, we're committed to helping our members develop both professionally and personally. Our ultimate goal is to support our members in achieving their goals and making a positive impact in the real estate industry and in the lives of their clients. Our founder, Eddie, believes in teaching members how to serve their clients, family, and community rather than just generating a commission for the brokerage. He emphasizes the importance of being capable of going out on your own and receiving an amazing return on your value. To learn more about becoming a part of our team, please contact Eddie at the Ruettiger Group at Baird Warner. Call Eddie at 815-823-5478. Again, 815-823-5478.
Your local Lions Club needs your help. For over 49 years, Lions Clubs help raise funding for the programs and services that the Lions of Illinois Foundation provides to communities throughout Illinois. On October 13th, Lions Candy Day. Your local Lions Club members and volunteers will be visible on the streets of your community. Stop by and say hi to your local Lions Club members. Any donations made, whether big or small, is greatly appreciated. As a thank you, you'll receive a roll of Lions Mint Candy. All donations are used to help the visually and hearing impaired.
Doing everything for you except the moving, and be glad. It's Get Real with Eddie.
Hey, if you are looking for a property, we've got one 6100 Automokes Drive in Joliet. It is a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath, full basement, 2-car garage. I'm sorry, partial basement and a 2-car garage listed over in Fall Creek. check it out. 2,428 square feet. It is the Highland plan, and it is priced at $375 for sale right now. This is a great deal. It's great space. You've got a flex room in the front. You can use it as an office. You can use it as a formal living room, dining room. That's up to you. And it's an open space between the kitchen through the eating area into the family room. There is a good-sized loft on the second floor, and like I said, partial basement with additional storage. So check out 6100 Autumn Oaks Drive in Joliet, listed by myself at Baird Warner. All right. Want to talk about, well, first let's just recap. We've got the housing landlord con, as I'm calling it, coming up this Thursday and Friday. One more time, where can they register, Nora, if they want to get involved with and check this out for free?
Yes, this is free, and there will be food, and on Thursday evening there will be a cash bar if you would like to wet your whistle after a stressful day. The Housing Provider Resource Workshop, aka Landlord Con, you can register at trarealtors.net, or you can go to the City of Joliet's website. Up on the top left, there's several different little advertisements, and you will see it there. You can click on it and get to our landing page. Register. You can come to the Thursday evening event, the Friday morning event, or if you want, come to both. Bring a friend. We'll see you there.
InvestorCon? I think InvestorCon.
InvestorCon. But that sounds even more like financial sector.
Yeah. Home InvestorCon.
You know, we'll workshop this
we gotta
at
work
the
this.
workshop, at the Housing Provider Resource Workshop on Thursday and Friday.
I hope this just becomes the first annual, because I think this is a huge.
Landlord Con, the Landlord Conference, Joliet Landlord Conference was an annual event for many years, and with COVID, took a breather, but now we're back and we've expanded our offerings to bring housing providers from the entire Three Rivers service area and beyond. So yes, it's the new, improved Landlord Con, Housing Provider Resource Workshop.
There we go.
Yeah.
All
There
right.
you go. Yay.
Are you a home buyer worried about climate risk? CoreLogic explains, as the specter of climate change looms large, the world braces for unpredictable challenges. In the world of real estate, one of those challenges will be the effects of natural catastrophes on property portfolios, homeowners, and communities. Absolutely. I mean, we've had tornadoes, flooding in our marketplace. Mm-hmm. We've gotten better, I think, when it comes to flooding and flood maps. We've worked really hard with communities to try to also address the flood insurance aspect. We've worked on that as realtors nationally. So this is a concern. According to Zillow, more and more Americans now consider how climate risks and natural disasters can impact their home ownership. More than 4 out of 5 prospective home buyers consider climate risk as they shop for a new home. And the biggest, I think, aspect of this is having a conversation with your insurance company.
Well, you mentioned Florida and wanting to move to Florida, but insurance providers are pulling out. Insurance costs in Florida have increased dramatically, mostly due to, whether it's hurricane storm damage, flooding, sinkholes. I mean, it's becoming really difficult to afford insurance in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's happening along the coastlines. Again, look at New Orleans and what they're facing, and insurance is going to go flying sky high there as well.
Yeah, it's a challenge when you're looking at, aspects. And I think that's when you have to have your team, and your realtor should have or be able to make recommendations as part of your team, an insurance individual. We've worked with Dan Murray a lot, and Nancy, you've got an insurance agent, I think, also, that you refer.
Yes.
Yeah. So these individuals are key resources to make sure you can gauge what your risks are. I've got a client of mine that was looking at a property. The house was not in the floodplain. There is a creek going through the back of the house. All right, backyard. There is a barn back there. There was no doubt in my mind that the barn was in the floodplain. And when we went out and took a second look in a closer look, you could see watermarks on the wood of the barn.
Yeah,
This was like an agricultural, not like a modern pole barn, but
No.
like a
Well,
old wooden barn.
good old-fashioned wooden barn. So, matter of fact, it was a good old-fashioned horse barn.
Okay.
There was 4 stalls for horses, dirt floors.
And you could see the water line.
You could see a water line 6 inches up
Yeah,
to 9 inches
all the way
up.
around the building.
All the
Because
way
I
up.
showed it too.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know which one I'm talking about. Yeah, that's right. You
Yeah.
did show it. You did show it too. We're not going down that road. Nancy had an interesting showing. That's all.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes, I did. That's the
Let's
one.
talk offline.
Yes.
My curiosity
I'll
is
tell you all
piqued.
about it.
Oh yeah.
Peaked.
Evaluate climate risks. The mortgage report provides these tips before buying your next home. Evaluate climate risk before buying a home. It's important to check if it is prone to flooding. Use the FEMA website to check the flooding aspects. Consider future preventative maintenance costs. If you're in tropical storm areas, hurricane shelters, tornadoes, those are issues. We don't talk about wildfires here, but we have a lot of parks and forest preserves
Woodland, yeah.
and woodland area that back up to housing.
Yeah.
That is a concern. We never see it because we haven't had a real
Major
massive
drought.
Yeah, in a
in a
long
while.
time. All right? But it is still a possibility if you're
Sure.
backing up to woods.
Well, a couple of things too that is a little more widespread in our area, and people have to replace roofs quite often, is hail damage.
Oh,
We
yeah.
get a
Absolutely.
lot of hail damage. And look at the derecho we had. When was that a thing, you
Right.
know? But now there's been 2 in the last couple
Yeah.
of years.
Yeah.
So
The other
it's
thing
a thing.
Extreme weather events, yeah.
The other thing too is, it might not necessarily be the flooding that causes the problem, but when you live next to the water, you get timbers and stuff that comes downstream.
Okay.
Those timbers have a tendency to carry both termites or ants that eat wood ants.
Okay.
So you have to watch that.
Infestations.
Yes, you want it when you're close to. I always, if you're near a stream or you're near something, you want to have a termite inspection for sure.
Okay.
I recommend that usually, especially when there's
These
a
are the
any
things
wooded
that I've
areas.
Yeah.
never thought about, and this
Yeah.
is why I like to hang out
Yeah.
with realtors.
yeah,
Yeah.
not just the wooded areas though. It's when the streams are there.
Oh yeah.
'Cause those
But I'm
little
saying,
bad
don't
boys,
even stop there.
The whole little
Wooded.
colony just gets
Yeah,
on
they
top
float.
of and they float on down. And the ones on the bottom, well, guess what? They're not going to make it, but they move the
They
colony.
sacrifice themselves for the colony.
Yep, pretty much.
Thanks, boys.
So
Yeah,
And
there's
then,
so
you know-
many places we could go with it.
take steps to get yourself insured correctly and make sure everything is in place to protect your asset. If you're insured and you've done your due diligence, I think you're covered.
Really make sure. Ask questions. Don't take it for granted. Even like sump pump failure, that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Be very careful when you're getting your insurance to make sure those types of floods are covered.
And trust your gut. If it doesn't smell right, don't walk away. It is better to go and find a different property than to buy something that's a poor investment. So, all right, that wraps it up for Get Real with Eddie. Don't forget, check us out online, getrealwitheddy.com, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All of your housing information there on your largest investment, your home.
Thanks for listening to Get Real with Eddie. Eddie Ruettiger is a realtor at Baird Warner in Plainfield, license number 475141896. Managing broker Steve Engel. For more information on your neighborhood, call Eddie at 815-823-5478 or visit yourdwellings.com.